Okay. Putting that up was really hard. We're on our way to go Cinco de Mayo-ing. Jesus Christ! Yes. This is what happens when I try to be on camera. Hi, I'm P. I'm a 5'2" sacral manifesting generator. That human in the video is my partner, my fiancé, Elias well, I guess he's the fiancé of some weeks now, but my partner of over 2 years. So he has a very playful, childlike energy that helps me feel normal. He's a 5'1" sacral manifesting generator. Actually, no, he's not sacral. He's a 5'1" emotional manifesting generator. I definitely process emotions faster to the point where it might be kind of annoying because I'll be upset and then I'm like, okay, I'm fine. I'm over it. I'm done. And he's like, but I'm not. Making some tea, some Earl Grey with brekkie. It's my favorite tasting tea. The caffeine doesn't do anything to me, but it tastes amazing. Recording a podcast, vaping some weed. I'm now able to have small amounts of weed. Before it would make me very anxious, but there's that, some Earl Grey tea. That's the setup for work this morning. I liked this color thing happening here, that's cute. When people talk about Earth or they talk about life and how it's going to hell in a handbasket, I feel hurt. I feel insulted. Because a part of me is just how do you know that? I feel like Earth's doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing and it's growing. And if humans all die, that's not a problem. And that sounds terrible, but it's what if that's just what Earth needed to do? Why do we think that we know better than how things should be going?
Loved that. Chiming in, that made me think. I have to share my opinion on this. I'm Vanessa Henry, and I'm a 6'2" ego manifester. I'm the one behind the scenes producing the show. I'm the one asking the questions. I was the one who somehow rallied these people into doing this project with me, and here we are. Sometimes I'll hear something and the other person sounds really passionate, or it's really inspiring to me, or it's a subject matter I like, and it feels as if there's a sort of opening, and I often will love to rush in and fill that opening with an opinion, and that's what I'm doing to P. You're echoing the way that I have felt about this, and I've recently come into new information that has made me go, I like the idea of humans as part of the ecosystem. And when you think of indigenous communities and how they are so intertwined with caring for the land, when we say you can't have this land, the land starts to actually suffer in ways because the indigenous people are showing like we're part of the ecosystem. So I wonder if, let's say, something catastrophic happened and humanity was wiped out, I wonder if that would also hurt Earth. We are just as much a part of this. We're not separate from the Earth. Like, we are grown of here too. And so our technology is of the Earth and part of an extension of Earth too. So like, yeah, Earth would survive and you know, like be okay, but also I think Earth would be sad, like to have extinct one of its creatures.
I like that. I like that. I like that thought.
Hi, I'm Alex Cantone, and I'm a 6'2" self-projected projector. I'm at an exciting time in my life, actually. I don't usually get to say that.
What's exciting about it?
Everything is just going really well, and I feel really good about myself and my surroundings. For the past couple of years has felt like an uphill battle. Like I've just been pushing a rock, a boulder up a hill. Things have started to settle lately, and everything that I've been wanting has been revealing itself in my material world. So I am making my way on the roof, yes.
Do you clean when you're anxious?
I clean as a way to get energy flowing through my body. I could be anxious, it could be excited, I could just be needing to pass time. There can be some big emotions. So yeah, I guess it would be a mix of things. I obsessively clean every time before I'm leaving for a vacation. It's like if I get back and my apartment isn't pristine with clean sheets, it messes up a whole month afterwards. I am going to the Dominican Republic. I was invited on a trip with a new person who I am dating.
Here are my kitchen cabinets in the next door unit. Hopefully, these are supposed to get installed today, finally, after 7 months? 7 whole months? I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm Jasmine Kenna. I'm a manifesting generator with, I f***ed it up. I'm a 2/4 manifesting generator with Sacral authority. My leg hurts so bad.
Are you gonna be able to drive home?
I can drive. I could ride the bike too. I was fine. It's just like, oh, I want to like lay down sideways. No. I've been walking around with a cane all day. Like a real cane. At first I was using a hockey stick, but that wasn't working. I looked like Dumbledore. And so then my neighbor gave me a cane because I woke up in the middle of the night with like hot, searing, like pain. I mean, I've had 3 kids. I know I felt pain. I know like what pain feels like, and I can handle it. But this is like someone's taking a hot poker and jamming it right into my hip bone, and then like dripping lava down my leg. Oh, it hurts so bad. Like
I've screamed out, like, I just keep screaming out. I've cried 5 times today. Cried because of pain.
The setup of my life is kind of interesting. I have 3 daughters. Each one of them has a different design. I'm a single parent. And for a long time, I was kind of a stay-at-home parent, and now I work full-time. Wild. What are you gonna watch now?
I was gonna watch another comedy thing.
Trevor Noah has my birthday.
I started a new job. Where I sit down at work on a seat. And I don't think that that's what I should be doing. I have to stand up and work. I stand up and I paint, or I squat when I paint, and I barely ever sit down to do my other work. I'm always like wildly, like I'm up and at 'em. And now 5 days in a row of sitting down has gotten me a sciatica and a cane.
Racism?
That's the only word I saw in his description.
No way.
He's funny.
Whitney Cummings' face looks like...
I feel like she's scared all
Oh,
the
just
time.
because she got so much Botox, she's like, boop.
Like she can't move.
She can't move her face.
Some Segura has like.
You know, like, I'm like one of the only chicks my age who doesn't have any Botox.
Slay.
Huh?
Would you get any like the? Needle
Oh, yeah, I'll
things?
get it, like, right here.
Or would you do like right on the sides? Like,
Oh, like, do the, like,
cheek.
threading?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I think that'd be like a cool skill to have. Like I might go into that.
Mom, are you?
You'd be a
and
great
Ricky gonna
esthetician.
go?
Listen, I think I would be good at Botox because I would tell people like you cannot get this. Like please.
You would be, like, out of business.
No, I would just be like, hey,
George would be like,
let's level.
You
Let's
don't really
like,
need
take
any.
baby steps, please. Like
my girls are all very, I would call them quirky. They're not really, they don't really subscribe, you know, they don't really subscribe to standard beauty standards, I guess. You know, they do whatever they want to do. Nobody wears makeup unless it's like clown makeup or like something that they're like dressing up for a costume. And everyone's just kind of, I mean, we're pretty natural over here. It feels pretty easy for me, but I don't think it is that way for everybody, for every parent.
I'm somebody who studies variable and human design really intimately. I somewhat publicly put myself through a radical transformation and going on somewhat of an environment journey. I really like to explore color and tone in human design. It's kind of, I'm hyper fixated on it because I find it to be so interesting. And my experiments have led me and my family to relocate.
That's what I'm saying.
We moved from the Canadian prairies to the Okanagan, and we've been here for about a year, and we've just really outgrown our space. Our son is growing, and he is so creative and cool and intelligent, and I'm growing and my partner's growing, and we just need more space. So we moved to the Okanagan during the pandemic and had to rent a place sight unseen and quickly outgrew it. And so we are in the process of moving because we're all on top of each other. As a manifester, that is just not the space that I want to be in because it's just a ticking time bomb for me to explode. My kid is in a Mario phase. We've been in a Mario phase for quite some time. And Hawk is right brain, right mind. And what I really notice when he's interested in something, it's so peripheral. He'll want to dress up as the thing. He'll want to draw the thing. He started to play with little toys. But something that was really interesting that we noticed was he started to play the songs that he heard in his video games. We have a little child keyboard that we had got him, and he started to just figure out how to play those songs. And so once we kind of heard that happening in the house, we really encouraged that. I live in a house of 2 lines. My partner and I are both 6'2s, and our son is a 2'4". So supposedly that's a lot of talent in the house that we aren't really aware of. As somebody who witnesses them, I find them both to be exceptionally talented with whatever they decide to put their focus on or interest in. And it's a little bit harder to do that for myself, even though I somewhat understand that I'm supposedly have things I'm good at that I don't realize. But the way that the 2-line really feels for me in my household is that we're all hermits. I find as a 6'2" with a 2-line in my body, I really need to pull my body away. And I notice in my child, he's a 2'4", that his body wants to be around us, but he doesn't want to be paying attention to us. He wants to be locked in and doing his own thing. And we hermit and take our space differently in somewhat of a clash. And sometimes just everyone on top of each other, all the sounds, I have a hard time self-regulating, and so I just need to pull my body away, and I do so a lot.
You know, when your hair just gets to that point where, I don't know, just like I'm over like doing it, so I just throw it back wet. I'm really surprised with myself actually, going on this trip, and I don't know, it was only booked a week ago. I feel like usually if I book things, well, I didn't book it, but if things are like scheduled for me really far in advance, I get a lot of unnecessary anxiety, and I've never gone on a vacation with only like 4 or 5 days notice. So this is definitely new territory for me. I have to think about all of my skincare things that I need to pack. It's like my self-care stuff is more important than my outfits. Well, I don't know. They're close contenders. But packing is kind of fun. It is. Like picking out what you're gonna wear. I really try to do a good job of packing. Fit everything into a carry-on for 5 days. I think that's possible. I don't wanna, appear too high maintenance. It's only a matter of time before that's revealed, if it hasn't been revealed already. Because I'm a pretty high maintenance person. But I feel like I should be more nervous, and I'm almost like freaked out that I'm not freaking out. And this is really new territory for me, because I'm used to having a pretty like steady, low-grade anxiety, I would say, on a regular basis. Yeah, like it's this weird feeling where I'm just used to feeling very anxious about things. Especially like going to a place I've never been, with someone who is new in my life, and I don't know, like at just such short notice, it's almost like I'm asking myself if I should be freaking out more. And I've just felt so calm, and everything has like come together so easily in this way that I've never felt before in my life ever, where things are just like happening and working and I don't have to do anything. And I'm used to being the person who's like planning everything and controlling the whole entire situation, and I've literally done nothing. Not a thing. And I thought I would feel more anxious letting go of control, but it feels so good to not be in control. And it's like my whole entire life, I was afraid of what would happen if I loosened my grip on the reins of my life and actually let myself, I guess, be taken care of. And I thought it was just gonna feel so scary. Like I'm just like, I'm like excited to live my life.
There's something about being in control that makes me feel really safe. And when I don't feel like I'm getting that sense of safety and security from outside of me, I can offer it to myself through control. And it's like a coping mechanism that I've just learned to have over time.
I had went to Walmart and I bought this like little sandwich that was like cut in half, and I was like, wow.
We are celebrating life. My teeth look so yellow, even though I whitened them. I don't know if that's the lighting or... Anyway, we're getting oysters. I'm getting oysters. He's getting a burger.
Burger.
Believing that your future self or that your chosen self or your like most desirable self is incapable of feeling fear or pain is self-sabotage. Anyway, we're gonna record some video content for Creation Camp. I still don't know if I'm going to like redo Creation Camp, if I'm just gonna add it on to the Creation Camp that already exists, but I don't know. The idea came up this morning. Still organizing it. Sort of. It'll reveal itself. Like this guy.
What is Creation Camp?
That is my take on manifestation. It is the way that I see the mechanics of this world. And I turned it into a camp so that people can use my way of seeing the mechanics of this world to help build things that they want in reality. My whole fit, just some leggings, mismatched socks. That's the fit. Like if there's a human around and I'm recording something, I can't talk. Like I need you to go downstairs so I can talk. So he sets the camera up, sets the lighting up all nice, because he's very like nitpicky about like setups and like having I bought a mic just for this because I've been using my phone for everything or my laptop because I'm just like whatever. The art is in the world, but he's very nitpicky and about things. So he like fixes the lighting, fixes the sound, edits it so it, you know, works, adds text, all that stuff. But he went to school for film, so I trust him with that stuff.
Is this what happens to people who work? Do they feel tired all the time? I mean, I just started this job like a week ago. And I also got a haircut. And both things make me feel old. Like I feel old. Like I got like a mom haircut. I hate it. And I also hate feeling tired all the time. I'm taking a break. I'm lying on the floor because my hip hurts and it doesn't want to sit in a chair. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. I gotta like get back to like my Aphrodite goddess shit, where I'm just like hot and happy while working. I can do all of it, I hope. Otherwise, adios to this job, because hot and happy are my calling cards.
The new job is going okay-ish. I think that's the only word I can use. It's so interesting because I don't feel like I have a huge purpose. I'm like, what is my purpose? What am I doing here? I don't know. As a manifesting generator, it's kind of like I need to have, there needs to be like, if I'm not being efficient, if I'm not being productive, if I like don't have if there's no point to me being there, I don't feel great. So that's kind of where I am right now. It's I'm hoping to like work those bugs out because I really, really enjoy the people I work with. And I think it can be amazing, but it's just not quite there yet. It's kind of a sacral meh.
Urges will wake me up at any time, but also so will anxiety. So, I mean, I've been experimenting with urges for a few years now, and because I'm an ego manifester and can manifest at will, I've been experimenting with summoning urges. And I'm not sure that every manifester could do this, although I don't know that they can't. It's just something that I wanted to approach. And I found when I needed to summon an urge, it was typically because I was looking ahead into the future and seeing something that I was wanting to manifest. And I could see the amount of time I would need to manifest that thing. And so I started to sort of cultivate these spaces that allowed me to move and operate within a space that I needed to. And I would really align myself in my environment, nourish myself with however I was eating in that season. And by creating that space, I could call in and summon an urge to get the vision that I had into reality.
I'm tired today. I woke up at 5 because I had a sore tummy and it woke me up. And then I was just up. And then I figured I might as well do something. So then I went downstairs and I got a bunch of stuff done. And then I ran out of steam and I came back up and I went to sleep. But now I'm waking up and I'm not feeling super great. I feel like I have sore knees, kind of like a sore groin area, my legs.
Would you like to cuddle? Come. Oh, yes. Let's go have our date. Let's go start our day together. During the day, Hawk is still in school. There's a few months left of school before the summer holidays. I'm able to actually get some peace and quiet and work. Derek will tend to honor that and he'll want to help me. He wants to support me to be able to work in this weird way that I work and not have these interruptions. And so he relishes in like going golfing or going to work out or going for a jog, and he really likes that. So it's been working out. I've been able to have this sort of quiet space. The only problem is my space isn't really holding me right now. Everything is in boxes and I don't particularly feel good here, but I'm so excited about this project that it's kind of keeping me going. And now that I don't have anybody around, I can actually work and do what I want to do, which at this point is planning how I'm going to put this all together. I'm just getting my day started and I'm really just watching reality TV, something I never do. I'm not a huge TV person, but now we're making this show and I want to see the way previous reality TV shows have been put together, how they're edited, how long the storylines are. I get a lot out of researching and watching the way things are assembled. I would even attend people's events or offerings or workshops, not because I was particularly interested in what they were saying or conveying, but I was really interested in how they put it together. With Derek coming on board and helping editing, he's helped me with our show On the Roof, and so I know how I work with him. We're both 6'2s, we both have that kind of zoomed out eye, but I'm also having to train him on some skills, and it's like I just assume everybody knows how to do what I do, and of course that's not true, but that can kind of get me into problems sometimes. With this new project, it's a huge project. There's a lot of one-to-one coaching as people's footage come in. What's the larger story going on with them? How can you give them guidance and support to fall in love with their own life and fall in love with their own story and have fun capturing it in an artistic way? For example, do we show a scene of their environment first and then edit them a clip of their life in and then edit an interview? I don't know. So that's the way I'm seeing it. It's the vision I have, but I'm only going to see it once it comes together and it's put together. My entire time in the human design space, all I've heard is how people want to see this information in real life. I was sort of thinking, why not make a reality show and just point out the human design? I sort of thought I would do like my show On the Roof with Derek. That was a really Vaness Henry way of pointing out human design in a way that I thought was fun and funny and entertaining and still somewhat educational, but it didn't feel like you were learning. It felt like you were enjoying yourself and enjoying what you were taking in, and you happened to be learning through osmosis. I really like that approach. And so for this project, as I'm assembling it, I'm still not quite sure how it's going to look, but I know that I have this vision of these storylines. And as I'm watching reality shows, I'm seeing how they're assembled. I'm seeing that I maybe can't tell every single story at once. I maybe have to spread it out over certain episodes. And I'm really just in the process of figuring that out. And it's an absolute delight.